Cochrane back for another Spiritual Wisdom Hour. Oh, nearly needing to sneeze. And hoping that you're all well. And I'm really pleased to be here. And I am cross-posting, so I'm just going to turn myself down. So I sometimes cross-post and then I just don't see the comments, and so now I've got myself there and here, and so if I'm looking down here, that's what I'm doing. It's so great to be back again. Last week I was stuck on King Island and I couldn't do my live. I was on a plane at the time I should have been doing my live. So that was a bit of bad luck, but that's the way things go. And why was I on King Island? Because I am secretary of our local Lions Club, Rocky Cape Lions Club. And I'm also Zone Chair on Cabinet for looking after Zone 2 in Northwest Tasmania, which is Smithton, Wynyard, Rocky Cape and King Island Lions Clubs. So I was over there on an official visit, and we stayed with the, I've had seeds, sorry, I hope I know, sorry. And our host was the new president of the King Island Lions Club, and she drove us all around and looked after us, and we stayed at her place, and it was just beautiful. The cheese shop was closed, but we were still able to buy some cheeses at the supermarket. Not quite as romantic as going to the cheese shop. But anyway, so drop me a line. I hope you're okay. And I haven't got a lot planned for today. I just thought I will do individual readings later in the broadcast, but I always like to take people through a meditation and just to have a bit of interaction about what's going on with you. And so it's difficult for some people with this COVID thing, and perhaps you'd like to talk about that. So just anything that you'd like to talk about, but I see lots of people watching, but I haven't got any comments coming up yet. So I hope that only your followers. No, not set. Yeah. So I've got some beautiful new cards called Work Your Light Oracle cards, and they are really, really nice. I got them from my friend Samantha Facey, who's got her own business now, Heal the Mind, Body and Soul. And they're really lovely. They're by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork's done by Danielle Noel. So here we go. This is a collective reading for people, and it might just help to set our discussion. So please drop me a line, say hello, and let me know that you're there. And the first one is about your guidance. It's Acacia, your guidance is divinely guided. So many people I've been drawing this card for. So now's the time to trust what you're being guided to do. I've had a lot of people come to me lately just wanting confirmation or not sure about whether they should follow the path that they're feeling drawn to. Yes, you should, because there's so much gone on in the past, but now the future's opening up for us, and so many people are being called to drop their past stuff and to actually move forward into a new reality. And I've talked many times about how we create our own reality, and what reality are you in now that is bringing you down and keeping you stuck, and how can you change that? So by making the choices that are available to you. And if you're not sure if they're available to you, it's about believing that they could be. That's a start, isn't it? So just trusting that your guides are with you and that everything is part of a plan, and we've been part of that, you know. So we have our soul, our oversoul, and we work in soul families, and we've met with our soul families, and we've decided on the pathway that our life will take. And of course things can intervene, but we do have a soul purpose for being on here, on earth, that is. And a lot of us are now being called to step into it. So, and goodness knows the world needs it. The next card that I'll choose for everybody is, what was I just talking about? Soul family. So there you are. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So are you feeling alone? Are you feeling that everything's on top of you? Do you know that you have gifts but you just don't know how to activate them? So now is the time to just really call in and ask for help. Ask your guides, ask the Creator, ask the universe to help your soul family to come in, for them to actually come in and guide you and help you. And that would be just really a wonderful thing to do. I'm just going to, hopefully you can still see me. I'm just going on to a different page. Yeah, so that's really fantastic thing to know. And if you feel that you aren't supported, then the first person to support you, or for you to feel supported, is yourself. Okay, so you must be supporting yourself in order to feel supported. When you can support yourself and believe that you can do it, then that's the first step. It's like learning to love yourself and then, you know, stepping into that. So it's a very important thing. When you believe it, you can create it. If you don't believe it, you won't create it. You won't believe that you can, you won't believe you're worthy, and things will just keep getting in the way. So make sure that you're checking in on your belief system and seeing if you do need some help with that. Okay? Right, I can't see any comments today. Oh, there we go. Now I've had to actually move on to another page to see the comments. Are my messages coming through? These cards are wonderful. You are such a wonderful and supportive person to all of us. Thank you, Tracy. Unsure if you can see us. I actually can't, and I don't know why. So I'm not sure why that is. So yeah, and I'm not sure why that is. So now I'm going to check. I've actually got the messages coming up here, so I'm on a different page so I can see your messages. Kind of weird. I don't know why. Yes, I can see you now. I definitely can. And I'm just going to bring those comments up. So, thank you. Maybe it's not meant to be, but would love a reading. So, yes, I will do some readings. I love doing readings for you guys. I also just like teaching you guys too about stuff. So does anyone have a spirit, before I do readings, does anybody have a question about their own spiritual development? Weird electronic stuff happening this week, says Jody. Yes, I agree. So I've got all sorts of stuff going on here. Anyway, I'm glad I can be on this page and see your messages now while I'm doing the reading. Oh, crazy stuff. Rebecca Campbell's cards are great. They are. And the drawings are Danielle Knowles. She's awesome. All right, one more card for the collective. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Yeah, things are really changing, and I love this where this woman's sitting in her throne and just looking like she's, it looks like she's having, it just looks like she's Cleopatra or something, but I would love some guidance on what my gifts are and how to develop them. That's a really fantastic question, Christy. Yeah, so, but we all have gifts, and things are transforming on a cellular level on Earth, and I wonder if the coronavirus thing is about that as well. And I do know that we need to be like this beautiful princess or goddess here, is to actually be really in our own I am presence and really firm on our belief that we are co-creators and that we've got this, and not to get bogged down into all the fear, and to know that we're creating a new world. I've got another book from, before I do move into Christy's question, because that is a good question for everybody. I've got this book from Ronna Herman. You know I love her books. Archangel Michael's teachings through the Sacred Scribe Ronna Herman, and she just does some amazing work. I'm not seeing all your comments. I'm just going to bring it up here. And now I'm turned myself off. There we go. I've turned myself off. So I can see all of your comments. Thank you. Excellent. So this was written in 2003. And it is... Now I've stopped it. There we go. This was written in 2003, and it was written after the 2001 9/11. And what was written then could really translate to now, okay? And so I just think I'd like to read this little bit to you, just to let you know that if this is happening now in a different way, what is it that humanity needs to do? And it's certainly not to get stuck in the physicality and the drama of everything that's going on, but start to see the signs of how we can change this. It's not God doing this. This is humans making decisions that keep us locked into 3D. So I'm just going to do some of this first and some collective stuff first before I go into personal readings. The date that was, so it just says, so it's like a world distress call for help. And I think that we can do that with, I think that we can say that for the coronavirus or anything, any major catastrophe that's happened on Earth before. A call for the awakening of those who are still in a semi-dream state, a call for action, and for everyone on Earth to stand up and be counted. On which side do you stand? The side of right and the light, or the side of complacency, pain and suffering and darkness, the darkness that is created in the hearts and souls of humans, not the Creator, where will you place your attention? Will you stay glued to the media frenzy taking place on your television sets? And that is exactly what's going on now. It's driving me crazy. Or will you take time to go into your sanctuary and connect to the stations of light where you can make a difference by adding your light frequencies of love and blessings to those around the world who are sending a great outpouring of love to their suffering brothers and sisters? And that's exactly what we need to do. We it's just constant, isn't it? And yes, look, we do need to take care, and of course it's really infectious and everything, but how much of the truth are we being told, and how more empowered can we be by staying out of the drama? And we won't see hope, and we won't be able to feel that we'll ever get out of the darkness if we're not connecting to the higher source and to our higher self and to the angelic realm and to the Creator and to love, and actually working on staying out of it, because otherwise we'll just keep creating it. And that's what happens, it just perpetuates. Hi Samantha. Hi Louise. So I just think that's really relevant, and it's easier to rise above a disaster or negative situation when it is occurring halfway around the world, but not so easy when it is your land, your neighbourhood or backyard. Then comes the true test of a master. Can you stay centred in love, light, no matter what happens to or around you? And so, my beloved warriors, do not close down your heart centres. Do not move into hate or fear. There are great happenings taking place on earth and in the higher realms that are beyond your understanding. Remember how often we have told you, out of chaos comes new creation. So this was written in 2003, but it's just as relevant now, 17 years later. Just as relevant. We do not ask you to minimise the monumental tragedy that has just taken place, or the tragedies that keep occurring, or the suffering that will result for a long period of time, but it serves no one if you get caught up in the negativity. Do not allow your powerful thought forms and energy to move into a lower vibration. So it does, just to think about how this might affect the world for years can really bring us down. It just brings me right down straight away. And I do know of a lot of conspiracy and all of the stuff that's going on that is not revealed. But I tell you what, there's a lot coming out now, and this is what it's all about. We're all being awakened, and we're all starting to realise we've had the wool over our eyes for a very long time, and we're not standing for it anymore. But we can't help if we're locked into it. We have to be above it. So, do not allow your powerful thought forms and energy. Instead, send your sweet love light winging its way into the midst of the chaos and into the hearts of those who spread the chaos, and then watch as slowly the darkness is overcome by the light. We promise to lift and support you with our loving energy and to assist you through even the darkest of times. The light and love of creation will prevail. There's no higher energy than unconditional love, and that's the energy of the universe. And so I just urge all of you to really do work on what your soul purpose is. Do work on lifting your past traumas, and do work on forgiving those who've transgressed or betrayed you. Because if we don't get out of the lower vibrations, we just keep perpetuating it. And I actually do think that some of us will always be locked into it, but a lot more of us will move beyond it and create a new life for ourselves outside of that. And how, I don't know. I have no idea. But I just know that my purpose is to remain positive and to help other people do the same. And it certainly, as Archangel Michael says, it doesn't discount the suffering and the losses and the tragedy of losing loved ones, and awful. But how do we ever get out of it? How do we, if we can't see that we can create new realities for ourselves by bringing in the light and love? And that's what we need to be doing. So I'm going to then ask Archangel Michael to bring out a card from Work Your Light. I just think that's perfect deck to be using for all of us, just to help us to feel stronger to be able to do that. Thank you, Louise. Realisation is the key. That's right. And look, I was down a bit this morning, but I just really meditated and brought up the violet flame and just ate. I'm tired. Rachel's right. Rachel let me know yesterday how tired I looked, and I am tired. And so I get a bit teary when I'm tired. But once the energy had kicked in, I'm feeling much better, and so much more positive. So I'm able to shake it a lot more quickly. But I'm human like everyone else. Marie, so beautiful to see you. Oh, you're going for lunch. Have a lovely lunch. Bye. Sam and Catherine did Reiki 2 with me the other day. That's gorgeous. The truth is coming out bit by bit. Love is the answer. Exactly. All right, so here we go. Right. Here we are. This one I'm hoping will be the key. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. I actually think that's really good. But this is all about soul purpose, guys. So those who have asked me about your soul purpose, and at the beginning I asked, who is actually feeling that they need to be drawn, that they are being drawn to do something but just don't know how to do it. This is the one I was looking at. So I'll come back to these. But this one, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into beginning. And look at that, that's just perfect. So let's all do that. What do we envision? What do we want for our new world? How can we... Hi Carolyn, so great to see you. Hi Emmy, thanks for joining. How do we all just kind of kick into gear the non-rocket science belief that we're all one and that we're all going through the same thing. We are all in this together, and that we are all on our own journeys and need to just love and accept and help each other. It's not that hard. So let's just really imagine what a beautiful world would be where we all just got along. And I just think this card is just divine, and perhaps it's divinely guided. So take the leap of faith, whatever your soul purpose is. A few of you have said, how do I know what is my soul purpose? How will I know? Your soul knows. So you need to not think about it. You need to not ignore the signs. It's probably right in front of your face, and you've had lots of signs happened with me. And I knew that I had to resign and retire from teaching to step into this. And then I was like umming and ahhing. So a few things happened where people turned against me. I had a fall. It was just like, hello, you're not getting anywhere. Wake up. And I listened, and I've never looked back. And so you've really just got to take that leap of faith. Wrong card, sorry. Take that leap of faith And just know the universe has your back. Don't let the worry about money, don't let money stop you. Don't let other people's negativity get you down either. Trust the niggling feeling. Trust what you're being pulled to do. And once you put it into action, it will just go. It will just go gangbusters. So it's really hard in a human body to trust that the universe will look after us. And it's a bit like, well, yeah, sure, abracadabra, I'm sure that's going to happen, yeah, right. But it's the law of attraction too. It's what we put out. And so this morning I really had to stop myself from saying it's never going to happen. Rah, rah, rah. No. Thank you, universe, for having my back. Thank you for allowing this to happen. It's so important, so important. So that's just my little kind of spiel on what I feel is going on with everything in the world and how we must stand in our high priestess and high priest selves and actually say, we are masters. If you don't feel like a master, fake it till you make it, put it out to the universe. We are masters and we are creating a new age, and we are not standing for this crap anymore. So let's move on. Now, moving right back to a lovely question from Christy. What my gifts are and how to develop them. So I've been working on meditations and different kinds of techniques for people to know what their gifts are. And I talked once a few weeks ago about intuition, how our basic intuition is our basic psychicness, and it comes in different ways. It might just be a knowing or a feeling or an unease or just a definite, yep, this is it. And that is our guidance. So basically there are 4 major clairs and there are other clairs within them, but we all have our strengths. And you just need to work on your strength first. So not everybody can visualise. Clairvoyance is really the clear seeing. But if you can visualise, if you can see a spelling word in your mind, then you can be clairvoyant. So you really if you just always know that the prickly feeling or the tingles down your spine is confirmation, that is a gift, that's clairsentience. Work on that first. So your gifts will be showing up. You just need to take notice of the signs and then start to really practice them, So my clairsentient gift came out first when I was smelling my grandfather in cigarette smoke. So that's actually clairsalience, is it? But it is a kind of clairsentience. And then I started receiving messages like thoughts that weren't my own, so that's clairaudience. And then I learnt to meditate where I could see Archangel Michael, and that's clairvoyance. So there's 3 clairs all come through. What's my strength? Clairvoyance, I think. And the others just strengthen. And so since I've been able to tune into people and use the clairvoyance, I'm suddenly reading energy, and the gifts just keep coming in the more you trust them. So your gifts are there. You've got to trust. Get out of your mind, did I just make that up? No, that couldn't be right. No, I'm just imagining it. You're not. It's there. So trust, believe and practice, and start to keep a journal. There is a journal coming out. It was a good segue, wasn't it? And I wasn't actually talking about that to go into, but we are putting out a spiritual journal through a spiritual events directory, and my section, my month is on channeling your archangel, or connecting to your archangel guides and to start to actually learn to bring messages through and to trust them. So I'm really excited about that, and I've got 2 more days to get my first draft finished, and guess what I'll be doing after this session? Catherine, so great to see you. I went past your place this morning and I thought, is it your work day or not? But I hope you're well. Just really journal and start taking notice of what's coming through and how it comes through. If you're getting a feeling, that's clairsentience, build on that, but then start to feel into the energy and start to maybe try to see what colour it is, or try to maybe ask for guidance and empty your mind and just allow the thought to come through. So it's really about just really sitting in it and meditating on them and asking for help, and starting with what your strength is. Okay, so I hope that helps. Okay, I'm just going right down to the bottom here before I go back again just to see. Hi, Mandy. Mandy Donahue, great to see you. I hope you're going well. Your partner's a psychic, Louise. That's awesome. Hi, Kate. Hi, Avalon. How do you help an 8-year-old child that helps everyone, comes home angry and upset most days? Okay, Rach, because she's an earth angel and she's a giver and she's depleting her energy and she's not getting an exchange of energy. This is for anybody who's in this situation, whether you're 8 or 80. A lot of us are givers and we are happy to give, and then we don't get an exchange of energy. Energy is everything from a thank you, a smile, to money exchange, to recognition, to anything where there's a balance and it keeps us in balance. So when your little earth angel and earth healer goes off to school, she's just being drained. Her light's being drained every day. So you need to teach her some strategies of how to keep herself in balance and how to perhaps fill her cups back up again when she gets home, and protect her energies before she goes. And so crystals are really good for that. Essential oils are really good for that. Learning to zip up her aura, learning to ground, and learning to put some boundaries around her energy. And at 8, that's tricky, but she'll need to learn to monitor that pretty quickly. But also could connect with her guide. Is it Brooke or is it which one is it? Hope. Yeah, it's Hope. Okay, yes, that's right. She's hope for the future. Like, she's our next wave of little light workers. So I'm just going to tune in on Hope because I'm pretty sure she's Archangel Michael reincarnated, or that would be the highest aspect that she has. But she's channeling Lady Faith. Faith, hope, that makes sense. So call in. So Lady Faith is the compassionate side of the stronger Archangel Michael. And really I am seeing above Hope just this spread energy. She's just spreading herself so thin and just trying to save the world. She's probably got that belief, I'm here to save the world. Let's work on that at another time. But really call in Archangel Michael and start to get the yin to the yang and the yang to the yin, and where Archangel Michael can help her to put some boundaries and to cut ties every day. So I'd be happy to talk with you more about that, perhaps on Friday night. And you know, Rachel and I live fairly close together and we see each other most weeks. But Archangel Michael definitely needs to come and balance out Lady Faith so that hope can start to balance her energies out more. That would be my answer to that one. And but give her some tools like crystals to help her to ground and to center, things like that. Anyway, Jody says, I didn't realise the flowing thoughts were clairaudience. Aha moment. I assumed it was claircognizance. Not that it really matters, it's all about trust. Yes, Jody, claircognizance is just where you know something, whereas the flowing thoughts are clairaudience. You will get sounds and you might get voices. I thought my husband was home this morning and then I realised he'd gone out, so I had a voice that was like his, and I don't know where that came from. You're welcome. So thank you, Joanne's, but I have asked for no soliciting, please, so thank you. Yes, so now I've lost my train of thought, but you will sometimes get voices, but it's mostly a flow of thought. So claircognizance is where you just know. You'll know something and someone will walk past you and you'll know that they've had a bad day, or it's more a knowing. But it can be quite intrusive as well, because who wants to know stuff about everybody? And so it's more where you pick up people's energies, and that can go with empathic, being an empath as well, where you just pick up knowledge about people as well. Okay, so Louise has asked quite a few questions. Louise, I might just tune in to you and then just see what comes up the most, or what. So I'm just breaking my energy, and that's very important between each client and at the end of the day, that you break your energy from other energies. Okay, so just tuning into Louise. I think, Louise, you asked about your partner, and there seems to be a little bit of tension or something going on. I might just go back and see what my partner is a psychic. That's good. Thank you, Lisa. So I'm just reading a few comments here. Lisa, hi Victoria, had a reading with you at the Devonport Psychic Expo. Great to see you here. Lovely to see you, Lisa. Thank you. I'm just trying to go back to Louise said, is my partner my Mr. Right? So I see you worrying about that. I'll just, if you're really not sure, maybe he isn't, but perhaps I'll just choose a card for you. I really feel we do worry about stuff, you know, have I made the right decision? But you, again, trust the niggle, trust what you're feeling, and if it's a worry for you that he's not Mr. Right, then maybe he isn't. So I'm just asking, Louise, for you. So the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I think this is more about commitment or fear of commitment, and not knowing whether, you know, if you go the whole hog, then whether you'll regret it. But actually, I think once you get past all of that and just start to enjoy every moment and start to really just enjoy each other and not worry about where it's taking you, everything will be good. You know, look at that beautiful possible future that you have, if you could just get all the kind of boundaries or fears out of the way. So I actually think there's definitely potential for you guys to be really right for each other. You've got to believe it and trust that what you're feeling is taking you in the right direction. So all the best for you. Jody says, on that note, how do you really know you've broken your energy from a personal client? I always ask for it and kind of shake it off. Use an aura mist to cleanse. Well, if you're thinking about them at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're still energetically tied to them. So you'll know if you're still always thinking about them or if you're feeling their energy on you in some way. So yes, always I do the break, but then I'll bring my aura up, and sometimes if I'm not feeling that if I am thinking about a session or a client, then I will ask Archangel Michael to break my energy for me and to clear my energy, and immediately that goes. So generally you'll still be thinking about them, or they'll be in your perception in some way, and that's how you would know. So I don't worry. I hope that I answered that before about what your soul purpose is. Your soul knows, you just really need to sit in what feels right. But generally a soul purpose is to either to learn a lesson or to serve in some way, or all of the above. So really we're here to serve, and if you're a teacher, say, then as I was, then I'm still teaching, but I'm just doing it in a different way, and I'm helping people to step into their gifts. And that's what you do for children too, isn't it? So it could be an extension of what you do now. It's just maybe in a bit of a direction, but it's really about trusting your path and trusting where you're being guided to go. Okay, what have we got now? To love yourself and others and trust is quite often a life's lesson and a soul purpose in itself. You know, so well done, Avalon. Yes, exactly. Hello. And Mandy says, tapping into my spirituality. That's fantastic. Yeah, I can see that you're going through a rocky patch at the moment, Louise, because I see all that kind of angst, and it's on your male side. So it would be about really getting back down, take all the unnecessary emotion out of it, and just really start to connect with each other, but maybe back into yourself and just really trust what you're feeling. Okay. Deborah Anderson, any idea of which area I will move to? Feeling a bit lost. Avalon, I will have a look in a minute. Thank you for asking. Don't need to ask again. I've got that, so I'll try to answer that in a sec. All right. Any idea of which area I will move to? Feeling a bit lost. Are you talking about in terms of location? And if you could just give me an idea about that, or area of your life or area of work, if you can just clarify that. So Avalon, can you please tell me if my brother is with me in one of my spirit guidances? He passed away 3 months ago. Okay. Yeah, he's there. He's very much there. He looks pretty strong. I don't know that he was sick, was he? Because he looks like his energy is quite strong. Perhaps he had an accident or something, but I get a feeling it was his time, but he's like moving away. So he's there, but he's moving away. So it's almost like he knew it was his time and he was ready to go. He's very calm, he's very strong, and he's sending you loads of love, but he's quite all right, and he's very happy to be with you and to let you know that it was his time. It wasn't even hard for him to go. He needed to go, because we're on an onward soul journey and we're moving from lifetime to lifetime, learning our lessons. But I feel your brother's a master, and that he's got plenty to do to help the world, and he can do it better from the angelic realm or from the upper fifth plane than he can do it down here. And so it's just like he was ready, and yeah, he's definitely just letting you know that he's quite all right and that he's moving forward and sends you so much love. But yes, those are the signs. So isn't that wonderful? I'm near Harvey Bay, says Deborah, and thinking of the Sunshine Coast. Okay, a little bit of empowering tool. If you sit in your heart space and just center there and just imagine your heart space full of light, and then you think about living in Harvey Bay and how that feels and how far that path goes, but then think about Sunshine Coast, and if you were still there in 5 or 10 years' time, how would that be? But I'm going to choose different cards just for this purpose. I have so many cards, I don't know which ones to choose. Oh, I know, Earth Magic. Just Earth Magic will give us a go, a good insight, hopefully. So, if I just ask, is you're welcome, Avalon. You're welcome. Okay, so Deborah, is the Sunshine Coast, is moving to the Sunshine Coast for your highest and best? Well, yes, I would say so. Because I think you're expanding and you need to expand your horizons, and actually the Sunshine Coast will give you that. And now's the time to think big and create big and trust what you're feeling, like I've been saying. And then I've just pulled this one, blessings. So go for it, and I hope everything goes really well for you. I think that's a great idea, being near your kids. I think particularly at this time. We've got one son in Sydney and 2 in Melbourne, and a grandchild there in Melbourne as well, and all our family, we can't see them, so I think while you can do that, that would be wonderful. And I get overwhelmingly yes. Right, what are we up to? Very confused, Tracy Liloff says. Very confused about my career endeavours, and will I do the job that I really love to do? Children in the education sector. Okay, very confused about my career endeavours. Okay, so you've got to set those intentions though, Tracy, you know, about this is what I want to do, and thank you, universe, for helping me to create the path that I need to be able to do the job that I love. And so setting those intentions with crystal clear focus is always very important for the universe to answer you and to give you what you need and want. But I'm pulling a card for you. You have a lot of support. The Council of Light is helping you and guiding you So yes, I do think you will. You've just really got to set that focus and get all the doubts out of the way. Because you're a born educator, and that is, when you love it and it comes from the heart, that's what can really make a difference to children's lives. So please just believe that you can do it and keep asking for help and guidance, and you'll get there. Jocelyn, please help me understand the abrupt ending and being deceived, broken love kicked out, the black entity nightmare. Tracy says she has all the qualifications. So Jocelyn, being deceived. I just need a little bit more, if you could just give me a bit of clarity on what you'd like me to look into, that would be good. Yes, Jared, you can have a card. I'll choose one from here, the Earth Magic cards. For your highest and best. Earth Magic. I wonder, Jared, if you are actually an earth healer and really connected to the earth and being inside too long, and actually need to get out more and just really also be present in the moment and just not worry about, let the past go and not worry about the future, but just enjoy every day and see the magic in every day. If I may, I'll just tune into your energy. I'm connected to you now, so you do have a bit of a black cloud over your head, but it doesn't look like depression. It just looks like perhaps a lot of worry or money worry or some kind of heaviness there. So getting out and grounding into Mother Earth and being in nature and just starting to bring the joy back is really important for you. And just believe that you can get past this. But being present in the moment is a really powerful tool for just starting to notice the roses and starting to notice the sunsets and starting to notice that there's more out there than what's going on right now. And so I really encourage you to just breathe, ground, give thanks for what you have, and give thanks for the help to overcome the situation you're in. So thank you. Agenda. I thought he loved me, hidden agenda, kicked me out, made me homeless of heart and literal home. So sorry about that, Jocelyn. That's a big one. I really don't feel that I'd be able to do that justice right now, but I wish you all the best. I will choose a card for you though. Just break my energy. And so for Jocelyn, just a little bit of hope. But what comes to mind is, what has that taught you about yourself and what boundaries you need to put up, and how much energy are you giving out and trusting when signs are there to be discerning. And that's not a criticism of you, it's just perhaps it's showing you that you haven't had boundaries in place, or that you're too much of a giver and that you haven't been receiving energy back as you should be, and that it's time now. He's shown you his true colours, but also he's shown you that you're worth more and you're worthy of more, and that once you recognise that, you'll never put yourself in that situation again. So again, call in your soul family. You don't have to do it alone, and actually there's going to be a lot of blessings coming for you. But as to why, I hope that's kind of helpful. But it's really just send love to yourself and just know that you're worthy, and that this has happened for a reason, and that better things are coming, and blessings to you. Oh, Florin, never mind. Better late than never. That's what I always say. Jared says, thank you with warm blessings. Says, you're right. I've been indoors for way too long. Worry so much about how I'm going to do it. That's beautiful. Okay, Joanne says, hi Victoria, is everything about to improve for me? Let's have a look. You do have a lot of light around you, and you have Lord Melchizedek, but also I'm seeing Mother Mary there, which is Archangel Raphael as well. So yes, I would say so. I would say that there's a lot of healing happening, and just keep believing. And a card for you. Oop, there it is. There are two. Warrior woman. Okay. Have you answered your deepest calling? Is there more for you to do? Or are you shortchanging yourself, Joanne? And can you go deeper with your gifts and your calling? And the ever unfolding rose. It's happening for you, not to you. So just go with the flow and just trust that everything's on track. These are beautiful cards. Cut through the illusions and just believe and trust your guides, and blessings to you. Let me see, I'll go back a bit and see who I've missed. Now I can't see any more comments, which is a pain in the neck. All right, so I'm just about ready to finish. That's great. Hi, Donna. Great to see you. Great to see you. Sorry, I'm looking down here because I'm cross-posting, and it's great to see you. I hope you're going well, Donna. Florin, I will. Sue White. Hi, Victoria. Can you please tell me if my work and home life will improve? I'll just check in with Florin. So Florin and then Sue, and then I will sign off. And thank you so much for being with me today, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Florin, you have a lot of movement in your aura. It's just like things are changing, and you're trying to go with the flow, but it's sometimes a bit of a worry. Being a bit of an emotional roller coaster, and you're not too sure how it's all going to unfold. So let's just ask the cards for and the angels for guidance on that. it's all coming, it's all coming together. It seems to me, Florin, that things are moving so that you're letting go and allowing the new to come in. So try to let go of worry about that, because it is actually all coming together. So just trust your intuition and know that your soul tribe's coming in. So if people are leaving, or you know that you're kind of changing the group or people that you're interacting with, that's all part of your soul family coming in. So just trust and allow that to happen. Thanks, Jody. And Sue, can you tell me if my work and home life will improve for me, please? I'm a carer. I always give so much of myself at work and home and give to others. I'm being bullied by a new team leader at work. Yeah, well, you need to set up some boundaries around that, and really just start to know that you're worthy and that you certainly don't deserve that. The fact that you give, and you don't take back, that again, you're putting yourself out of balance. So an energy healing of some kind would be good. Get yourself a chakra balance or Reiki healing or something, and also just start to really empower yourself with knowing that you need to get that equal exchange of energy. What are you allowing? And it's not a criticism, it's just a reflection. What are you allowing that is being reflected back to you? It's not working. Okay, so the first one is, how can you mother yourself and look after yourself and make sure that you are being truthful to yourself in your truth, and showing your true self to others and not taking their rubbish. And your vibration is rising, you are the oracle. So perhaps it's up to you to call this person out and actually start to put in some boundaries, not just for yourself but other people. And don't do it as a sacrifice of energy though. Always ask that your guidance is for your highest and best, and that you are assisted for this to be handled fairly and with a good outcome. So lots of love to you guys. I'm going to go off and have some lunch. I am Victoria Cochrane. I am part of the Global Expo coming up this Sunday, and I will be speaking. And I've got my booth, the Spiritual Journey with Victoria exhibitor. I'm taking bookings for readings now, and I'm actually going to choose one person to have a free reading with me on Sunday out of everybody who's commented today. I'll do that in a sec, but you can go onto my website, victoriacochrane.com. I also have a spiritual page, Victoria Cochrane Psychic Communication and Spiritual Healing. And I also have a private group, the Spiritual Journey with Taurus Angels, which you can just ask to join, and I'll admit you in there. And it's just where I'm a lot more active in that group. So anyway, if you would like a reading or a healing with me, I am offering, I'm usually $65 for half an hour. So I'm offering 20 minutes for $30 and half an hour for $40 on Sunday. And one lucky person is going to get a free reading now. And I just want to see all of the comments, and I wish I could do that. Oh, no, that's all right. Turn on live notifications. No. Here we go. Mandy Donahue, you've won a free reading with me. And that's awesome, because I haven't, I need to get rid of that turned up. Mandy Donahue, so I'll be in contact with you, and we'll set up a time for your free reading, and that's half an hour. Everyone else, I would love to be able to help you. If you can just join the Global Online Spiritual and Alternative Therapies Expo, which is on Spiritual Events Directory, and it's this Sunday, and you can join my booth, the Spiritual Journey with Victoria exhibitor, and you can contact me through my website, or through my page, or through my email, victoriacochrane44@gmail.com, if you would like to book a reading with me at a much lower price on Sunday. Don't forget you're welcome. I'll be in touch. And yes, Angie says she's looking forward to the Global Spiritual Expo. And I'm out for now, and I'll see a lot of you on Sunday, and I'll see you also next Wednesday for another Spiritual Wisdom Hour. Lots of love to all of you. Bye for now.